Low tide at the bay, December 21st. I have a spot I'm going to check out that I know at low tide, when the sand's been pulled away, it's shown up some rusty clump areas of artifacts, which is right about over there. So this seems to be the spot. You can see I did do some digging yesterday, and right there is where I found a clump of rust, a lot of junk metal, but really good possible targets mixed in. Found an Indian head penny in there, a couple bullets, lead heads. So none of them really show up because the bad targets kind of hide the good targets until you dig and kind of toss the sand around. So I started here and I got a couple high signals, so there's areas to look at, and I'm going to start digging now, tossing the sand out flat, and then go over it again with either the pinpointer or the detector. That's just a piece of brass that I found that came up as a good target, but it's old stuff. So you can see how the holes I'm digging has a lot of rust in it, and I get the really bad signals that there's junky metal in there that's creating all the rust, but the good signals are in there too once I toss it all out. So I pulled up some kind of brass clip and a couple other hinges that aren't showing up on top. When I toss it out, it's showing up. So I'm going to continue to dig these holes where I see the rust and look for anything good. As you can see, there's all these clumps of rust that have iron in it. I'm trying to weed that out, because then you got some hidden signals like this. Came in as a high signal. Not really sure what it is. I don't think it's silver. It definitely was hanging out in all this junk, and I didn't get the signal till I pulled it out of there and tossed it out. So I'm going to check out, see if this last couple clumps had more signals in it. I'm not sure what that is. Can't check how old this stuff is yet, but that's a snap that looks like some kind of animal on it. B&A company. Can't read the rest, but it's a brass snap. It just came out of that hole, and I just threw out all that dig to see if there's anything in there. But again, that was a hidden signal. I did not get it on top until I stuck the pinpointer down there and pulled it out, hoping for some coins. Just got a nice 86 signal here. Not really sure what it is. It would normally be a quarter. Certainly sounds silver. Must be small, but it's not really showing up. Or it's some kind of bullet. No, not a bullet. It's just a piece of brass. Looks like something plumberish. Well, that's usually what comes up as a really nice quarter silver signal. And I'm not sure what it is, but that also came out of there and showed no signal on top. Yep, and I knew it. It was a strong chance. And there it is. Came out of the hole. Hope you can see it. That's an 1889 Indian head penny. So that does put a quick date on everything I've been finding in here. In this hole of all those little rust pockets. Brass stuff, junk, but it's all dated late 1800s. Because there's the penny that comes out of it. The Indian head. And that is an 1889 on there. Or 83. And now I see the 1889. And that was just a random pinpoint clump. I got a signal in it, I opened it up. It was in there, sitting in there, so I got to keep searching. here's another cool find, although it's just a brass snap, clothing snap. It's got some design on it. I think it says either that's a B-O-W-N-E-S, Bounds, or Crown, no, Count Bounds. Must be some department store from, I bet, the late 1800s. Right out of the hole. Just a quick recap on the finds in that hole today on the beach. Whole bunch of pieces of scrap lead and brass. We got one piece of sea glass. I don't know what it really says on it. B-O-R-N or B-O-R-D. Some wire pieces, electrical. Some more brass parts. Not sure what that is. Some clothing pieces and some kind of wing nut. A couple other brass pieces. That came off of something like some kind of plumbing piece. I'm not sure what this is. Some more brass pieces, a hinge, and I usually find a ton of big pieces of lead and iron in these kind of spike shapes. We usually find a lot of that in there. And then the 4 good pieces that came out, there's the Indian head penny, 1889. That was a snap, Bounds. Got a lead ball and a really cool button that says D&A and Company. And then it says, if I can see it, let me get it on there. Real Cape. I looked it up. I have no idea what company it is. It looks like there's a bull on it or a cow. But that was about an hour and a half in there, and I will be going back tomorrow, and I will film the next part of this because I know there's more in there.